The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, is firing back over comments made by Prime Minister Andrew Holness, suggesting that the entity is overzealous at times. The comments were made at the Jamaica Labour Party's annual conference yesterday. However, at a media briefing today, INDECOM officials argued that the statements were based on misinformation. More from TVJ's Jeline Pearson.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness yesterday sided with the security forces, which have long complained about the agency being overzealous in its oversight functions on multiple occasions. He said INDECOM is causing members of the security force to be fearful in the execution of their duties. But INDECOM Commissioner Terence Williams said there is no basis for the Prime Minister's conclusions.
We do not share the view that INDECOM has at any time gone too far. INDECOM was formed by an act of Parliament to combat impunity and injustice in the security forces through independent scrutiny. There have been more than a handful of court challenges to INDECOM's stewardship under the Act. INDECOM has so far been successful in all of these challenges.
Mr. Williams adds that any neglect of duties by police rests solely with the JCF.
If it is true that members of the JCF are neglecting their duties because they are displeased with the accountability mandated by our Constitution and by our Parliament, the problem is not with the accountability but with the culture of the force and its leadership.
Mr. Williams says the Jamaica Defence Force and the Correctional Services have never complained of INDECOM, despite also being scrutinized by the agency. He adds that between January to September of this year, 697 cases have been investigated by the agency, with charges being recommended in only 12 cases, less than 2%. Mr. Williams says he welcomes dialogue with the Prime Minister, where any misunderstanding about the agency can be cleared up. Jeline Pearson, TVJ News.